There we go. Much better. I love wearing my glasses, but the glare from the one. I'm telling you where I'm getting my light. The window. Natural lighting. But yeah, it's really taking over these glasses, so I have no choice but to take them off. Yeah, there we go. Good morning in Philadelphia. My name is Ayana Gray, again, in case you forgot. Yeah, I don't have that many subscribers, and I hope it increases along the way. I do support a lot of other YouTubers, and I hope they support me back. That would actually be nice. But I am doing this video because I have a lot on my mind as usual. And I can't even say it's the pregnancy. Even way before the pregnancy, I've always had a lot on my mind. But today I want to talk about, let's see, minor concerns. I say minor because I just don't know. It feels major. It really does feel major. But here are my concerns. Well, yesterday was Saturday. Today is Sunday, April the 14th. So, yeah, now you know where we at. Duh. But anyway, yesterday was a good day. Some family members came over, like my cousin, her 2 kids, and her guy came over. We all chilled outside majority of the day. Usually I'm just in my room relaxing, or if I'm outside I'm always somewhere else because I really don't like to hang out on my block. Fact. But we all chilled outside. It was really chill. Wasn't many people outside. It was just us relaxing, cool vibes, all that jazz. And while having such a great time, I'm talking about my grandmother's house, which is a couple doors down the street from us. As you should know, I currently live with my mother, my brother, my son, and I'm currently pregnant with my second child, which is a girl, and I'm naming her Riley. My plan, period, was to take care of that house when my grandma was to pass on. She's currently gone. She passed away in 2016, and it was very, very hard. And now that she's gone, I feel as though I should take over the house, take care of it, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So it's slowly being taken care of. I might as well say, like, last summer I did clean up the house, threw away a lot of stuff. Like, now the kitchen is cleared. We just gotta get rid of the cabinets and stuff so we can redo that. The dining room, gotta figure out what to do with the dining room table. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it because it's been there for so many years or start all over again. But the plumbing situation gotta be handled because, you know, the bathroom down to the living room, it's a mess. But yeah, just plumbing situations with that. And the rooms upstairs are okay, except that, of course, some windows gotta be repaired. The walls gotta be a little fixed up, and the flooring of one of the rooms done propped due to water damage from the rain, so that has to be taken care of too. It's gonna definitely take some work, and I was hoping to be in that house at least by this time, because the plan was to stay in that house during spring, summer, fall, and then return here in the winter, because my grandmother, she completely eliminated all the heating from the gas and stuff like that. She completely shut that down and depended on electric heaters. electric heating systems or whatever, and that do not warm up the house. Like, it never warmed up the house completely, to the point that she had to depend on kerosene heaters. And that always struck fear in my heart, because there's so many house fires, so I can't help but to think about that. But I'm so glad the kerosene heaters behind us now, because I can't stand kerosene heaters. I don't know why people use it. Like, come on, let's just ignore this electric heating system, go back to gas, so you can use your water heaters. Well, not water heaters, but so you could be able to depend on your radiators. It warms up the house. I think it always has. And people always come up with these weird ways of savings and trying to do something different to warm up the house, and it never works. My grandma, rest in peace, but that was a bad idea. It was a bad idea. But she always wanted me to take over the house if she was to go. She said it multiple times, because she was like, besides the fact that me and her was the closest out of all her grandchildren, besides my one cousin who passed away, but she was also thinking about my son. She was like, that's my baby, that's my heart. I want him to always have a home and stuff like that, and be comfortable where he started up. I feel the same way. I started there, my son grew up there, and now we here. This doesn't feel much like home. I want to return. But yesterday, while chilling with my family members and stuff like that, I made it clear. I made it very, very clear. All I think about is moving back to that house. That's my grandmother's house. That's my house. You might as well say, even though I bounced around from different family members' houses, well, not really. That's a lie. I was either on Cleveland Street, where my mom used to live, or with my Aunt Joyce. But my main home was always my grandmother's house. So I just said that's all I've ever dreamed about. Like, my dreams is always me being in that house. I always thought, like, I can't wait to be back down there, so the house could finally be occupied by a new upcoming family, me, my two, stuff like that. But goodness gracious. But the plans is starting to take a shift a little bit, because people are constantly looking at the house and seeing, oh, that house is not occupied. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people do that to lots of other homes around the cities. Like, my brother even spot houses and be like, man, if that was my house, I would have did da-da-da-da. That's what people do on a daily basis. But for some odd reason, people are looking up information on my grandmother's house. I don't know why that's like the hot spot for some odd reason. People want the house so bad. So it's making my mom very concerned, to the point that she decides to possibly give that empty space to my cousin temporarily. But because she's currently from house to house, she can't depend on her own mother and stuff like that. She just had a baby, and she got a 4-year-old, and they supposed to occupy one room, which I still don't trust, honestly. But that's her plans. All because she's concerned about how many people are looking at the house, even though the taxes are clearly being paid by her. Soon she's gonna do like some type of agreement where the person who forged her name on the house can no longer do anything with that house, even though she never did from the get-go. All the times my grandma was fixing up the house and doing XYZ to the house, the lady still couldn't touch the house, even though she sent us to court and didn't show. She basically lost her chances of getting everybody out the house. Like, that house still belongs to the Gray family, and it's always gonna be that way. So that's basically out of the picture. But my mother, she worries extremely too much to me. It's almost like people having opinions of you and you letting it really bother you to the extreme. It's really not that deep. But I understand she wants to help people. Even I say I wish I could do stuff to help people, but I just don't want to use that house that I want to myself as a way of helping somebody. It's like not helping myself. So that's why I'm a little bothered by the whole plan. And I can't do anything about it because my money is not fully going into the house as of yet. But I put my time into that house last summer by cleaning it out when nobody else wanted to. Even after my grandma passed away, I literally started cleaning that room like a couple months after her passing by myself. And I really feel as though I earned my spot in the house as the caregiver of the house. It sounds weird, but as the person to take over the house after my grandmother. Even though this plan is supposed to be temporary, you just don't know how long temporary is. Temporary could be a year, it could be 3 years, it could be more, until she gets back on her feet and find her own spot. There's no telling how long that's going to be. And then at the same time, the way my brother making a joke about sudden blackouts, if I'm in the house I won't be scared because there's somebody else in the house with me, that is not making me feel any better, because it sounds like you're saying I'm going to be living in the house with my cousin and her 2 kids and her boyfriend. And that was never my plan. Like, I don't even have plans on living in that house with my own guy. Not as of yet. So what do I look like? Being in the house with me, my 2 kids, her 2 kids, and her guy. It's just completely awkward. And then I can't feel completely comfortable walking around the house as I please because there's a guy in the house. You see where I'm going with this? So I'm just hoping that this was just a simple, just a little thought that'll easily be gone in a couple days, because I don't see nobody living in the house but me. Might sound selfish, but it's the truth. And now it's to the point where I'm talking to other people. Like, I text my father and I asked his decision of moving out of the city. Well, he used to live up here and he moved to North Carolina years ago. And it literally got to the point where I asked him, was your decision of moving out of the city to where you at now, do you feel as though that was the best decision you ever made in your life? And even though he responded like so long, like his response took a while, but he responded, yes, it was. He could have said a little more, but in his opinion, he felt as though that was the best decision of his life. And then I'm talking to the father of my baby now, saying I'm thinking about possibly thinking on a plan B to move out of the city and stuff like that with the baby, like outside of the city to like probably down south somewhere. He even think it might be a good idea. I so bad wanted him to say, nah, maybe you should wait on that, think about it a little more, for the simple fact that he lives in New York. So how does it sound? I don't know why it makes so much sense for me to make that move to North Carolina or whatever, knowing damn well he lives in New York City. So you're just willing to take that long ass trip to visit your child, and then on top of that, that means that I'll be with the kid majority of the time, like no breaks. And that's okay with you. I just want him to disagree with me sometimes. At least disagree on that. Because it's just my thought. I'm just a little pissed off. That's why I'm thinking about it. I don't see myself living in North Carolina for real, for real. But if I had a chance, like if I had the opportunity to move to New York, like if there was a spot, like if he had shit together. Bye, Mary. Bye. Like if he had his stuff together, where he had the room, I would have just been like, fine, take the house. I'll go to New York City. I got a place to stay there. At least the baby would be with her dad and her mama. Me and Mare would be the only two having to adjust, but we could do it together. But dude lives in an apartment. It's very, very tight. I noticed that a lot of places in New York City are very tight. Even if you have your own house, it's very tight. Unlike here, it's roomy, more affordable than it is in New York City and stuff like that. So yeah, to be honest, if I ever get my grandmother's house to myself, I wouldn't mind him moving here to help me take care of the house and the kid. Like, I actually hope in the future he would actually possibly think on that idea where he don't have to think like, damn, I gotta move to Philly and start all over and have to find a spot. No, boom, our spot is right there. If you're willing to actually make this relationship work, I will try at it again. If it don't work, it just don't work. Shit, just stay your ass in New York. But yeah, I'm just thinking about a plan B right now. Shut my door. That's my son. Come here, come say hi to the camera. Come here. Shh. Say hi. Okay, bye. That's Amir. So you just gonna stay there? That's my son. Remember in my last video I mentioned that I have a child that's autistic. He's autistic. He's slightly speech delayed, but if you catch him, he will be talking like nothing is really wrong with him. Like he actually says words. While other times he want to speak like that. Yeah. He wants to speak like that. Because he's stubborn. But he's doing a lot better in school. Thank God for that. He's just extra. He just got way too much energy for me. Way too much. What is that for? But that's what I'm thinking about. That's my concerns at the moment. And I'm pretty sure most of y'all will probably think, you know, it's just a little thought that your mother is having. Mare, stop it. Go in your room right quick. I'm almost done. I'm pretty sure that you guys will probably think, relax. It's probably a little idea that your mother have so somebody could actually occupy the house until you get the house to yourself. But it's like I can't put my trust fully into people's plans because plans don't always work out as planned. You might say, oh, sure, she'll take one room. Never know. She might get extremely comfortable and then want a little space to herself for her and her dude and be like, oh, well, if we put the kids in this room right next door to us, it ain't going to make much of a difference. They're not going to really fuss over that. Shoot, it is grandma's house. Even though grandmama's not there anymore. That's why I've always been worried about even being the person to take over my grandmother's house, because my grandma, she ran her house almost like that place you could run to if you have nothing, if you're struggling. People ran there. My aunts ran back home when they needed somewhere to be at for for a couple months to a year. And just the place to be when you was falling in a hole of some sort. And honestly, I don't see myself running the house the same way she ran it. Like, of course, my own kids, when they get older, leave home and then end up struggling with something. Of course, come back. Y'all my children. Come back. That's exactly how my grandma did. But for me to open my house all the time to my cousins, even my siblings, gotta think about that one. I see the toy mirror. Mirror. You have to go in the room. He likes to get extremely loud, and he had this habit of doing it while you talking, and it drives me freaking crazy. It's almost like he know when you about to say something. It's weird, but yeah, that's him. Man, this is gonna be on my mind for a while. I just don't want nobody getting the opportunity over me. Like, even though the house is just not up to par, even though the house is not up to par, and to be honest, it's not even really safe to live in there, which is why I'm shocked that my mom even gave that choice to my cousin when she has a baby. The kitchen is kind of messed up. There's a little mold situation there that got to be cleaned, so it's not exactly safe. But it's funny how yesterday during the conversation she mentioned, I'm going to get a new fridge, take the old fridge down the street. I'm going to get some new cabinets, take the old cabinets down the street. And I'm just like, I was like, no, you can keep that fridge or throw it away. I'm going to want to start over. Oh, no, I don't want those cabinets. I have a new thing in mind about how I want my kitchen. Not even fully getting the point that she is trying to make the house livable for my cousins, but not thinking about doing that for me. Like, you trying to keep me stuck here? Why? Which would means I would have to share this room for a couple more years with yet another kid. And I done spent 5 years straight in my room with my son. My son literally just got his own room the end of 2017. He haven't been in his own room for that long. Now I have to do this shit again with another kid. I mean, it's cute with a 1-year-old, but once they go past 1, no thank you. Mare, bye. I just want my own spot to myself. I like to walk around half naked most of the time, and I like to listen to my music without nobody complaining. And I would love a space where people not constantly complaining about how loud my son is, because he does get loud. And there's a lot of stomping and the toys and stuff like that. Stuff that a normal parent probably would ignore or not notice because they know the ways of their own child that others just can't really adjust to. That's where I need to be. So now I'm like, damn, I have to come up with a plan B. Maybe my plan B wouldn't work out as me moving out of the city, because like, where the hell I'm gonna go? Like, what job I'm gonna get that fast moving outside of the city? It's just so hard. It's like I'm stuck here until things just suddenly come working my way. But I'm trying to keep myself going, trying to keep my hopes up, trying to stay uplifted. I am in my head a bit too much. I just don't want people to just, like, even though my cousin is she's in a worser state than I am. I understand. I understand. But man, it's just like, for goodness sakes, I'm already kind of stuck here for the simple fact that my name is on some bills. I managed, because I'm low income, I managed to get this house with the electric in this house fixed and the gas cut on so we can have a more comfortable winter than we ever had before. Now it's like, I just don't get it. Like, I just don't get it. Like, I understand my mom want to help people. You know, that's her niece and stuff like that. But don't forget that your daughter might not like the fact that she has to live here. Might not like the fact that she almost don't have any other option. The closest that your daughter have to her own spot is her grandmother's house. And you giving her grandmother's house to her cousin. Temporarily. Can't trust that. I can't. Mayor, I need you to go in your room so I can finish talking. He played too much. He really played too much. But I think I said enough. That's what's on my mind for today. Pretty soon I'm going to do a mukbang. If I'm saying it right. Mayor, I need you to hush, 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 hush. I plan on doing a mukbang video. Bye, Mayor. See, he gets loud. See, we need our own space so he can continue being his loud, annoying self. Where he's not constantly being told to shush, even though I told him to shush. But I'm doing a video. But I feel as though that if we was in our own spot and he had more places to roam around without nobody seeing, go upstairs, be quiet, put away the toys, stuff like that, it will be all good. I'll be able to do my video in peace. He'll be able to do his thing and stuff like that. And with the baby coming, like, we just need more space. We do. We need more space. And I'm going to continue to do more videos. Hopefully later on it will turn into something a little more full-time where I won't have to rely on the temp agency job that I have. And I'm pretty sure I mentioned to you guys that I work for Child Care Careers. They do substitute teacher placements where, put something on your feet, Mary. They do like basically substitute teachers placements in different daycare centers when, like, say if people call out or just need extra help, we there type of thing. And I'm currently 24 weeks. I will be doing this probably to the end of June, because by the end of June I'll be 35 weeks pregnant and I'm gonna need to relax in July. But I have a feeling that I might continue to try to work into July until I can't work no more. Mary, I need you to go in the room, for real. You gotta listen. Stop being stubborn. Shut my door. Thank you. Shut it. He like to play too much. And he don't shut my door. He just go. He leaves it cracked open. Oh, God, my hand is in the way. Goodness gracious. He leaves my door cracked open so he can sneak back in the room. Crazy. But, yeah. Yeah, like, I need to get out of this house. Like, I really do. I really do. But I'm going to try to do more videos. And I'm hoping that my next video will be me grubbing and just talking about stuff. Maybe popular topics. It's hard to keep up with stuff. There's so much going on. And then I'm always watching other people's videos. And, you know, you sit there and watch people's videos. You never think to just do a video on the same topic. I try not to copy people, but man, those videos when people be sitting there grubbing, I'll be like, goodness, I just want some of that. So I'm going to try to do a mukbang video and talk more. I guess this is like a story time. Do more of these. Probably talk on more popular topics. maybe give my opinion on who I find as the best artists out here. A lot of people keep talking about Cardi B is better than everybody else and stuff like that. But I mean, Cardi B is good. She is good. I love her song Money, but I don't want to go too far out the way to say that she is better than everybody else. I don't know. I can't say that. So, gosh, I miss these glasses. I done off too long. There we go. Thank you. Bye, Mirror. He's still trying to sneak his way in here. He thinks he's slick. I mean, his show is still going. It would be different if his show wasn't playing, but his show is on. But we're about to go outside, chillax. I'm gonna upload this video, and I hope you guys like it. Subscribe a little more. You know, if you subscribe to me, I'll subscribe to you. You know, that's my way. So I will definitely come back with another video real soon. So thank you for listening. If you actually took the time out to watch my videos. It's a little played out for right now, but I'm telling you, pretty soon it's going to get better. Bye.